Hey guys, Chad at Spy Racing Heads again. This is going to be a part 2 video. Hey, reading some of those comments on the first video, I started out the video with, this is some useless information. But it's interesting, the velocity and how velocity works and what's happening, even in a straight pipe or a bent pipe. So let's go over that real quick. The reason why I'm having a tough time with this is because these headers are really short to fit in the car. So from the center of the port to the bottom, I've got 11 inches. Right here, I'm totally into the OEM floor pan. I can't modify it because these cars have the chassis built on top of the original floor pans. So to get any sort of length whatsoever, we had to put some bends in it. Here's what I think. Take it with a grain of salt. Right in this area, it's creating a boundary layer. To be super fast like a short side. Air is going to follow through and around. It's going to be fast, it's going to be fast, it's going to be fast. The longer the tube, the better the chance it has to recover for the full flow out the end of the pipe. Make sense? It's like in a cylinder head. Okay? The whole idea of porting a cylinder head is to manipulate this to eliminate some of that, but you can't. I don't know how I would manipulate that. Got bends here. I suspect here and here. Fast boundary layer. Here and here. Not so much out there. Start, longer the pipe, the sooner it can recover, better chance you are. But I'm going to show you something that's really interesting. This right here is the actual port plate off my Superstock head. The Superstock, you have to run a 65cc exhaust port. We run these because most guys use a big tube header, and it's a lot easier getting the header bolted onto it with a stall pattern. So you can see how much my finger goes up there, okay? So all this is doing is basically making this in the minimum area now, okay? The results I found were kind of interesting with this same header. I'm gonna go right here. This is what the port flowed right here, just like I showed you. It sucks. Look what it did with the actual header. It picked them up. Now look what it did with the right size plate on it. There was no pipe. There was the header. It lost. It lost everywhere, okay? Look what it did with the header here. Oh man, it flowed more. Why? This is super fast. This velocity is super fast coming out of this head. Okay, here's something else that's interesting. This is the size of the port, like I said. This is my actual flow of the Superstock port. Look what this port flowed with a pipe. Yeah, pretty close. That port right there on that orange cylinder head is probably 90 cc's. This port is 65 cc's. But the exit is what's setting up the velocity to be super fast. Now, I never put my pitot tube in here. I never seen what it was on the exhaust because it doesn't really matter. What matters is this right here. What it's flowing through that pipe, okay? Yeah, again, the other video, bends, all of that, gonna take away velocity, gonna take away. That's why you've got to try 15 different sets of headers. I get it, but I don't have that luxury because I'm trying to fit them in this car and they're expensive whack. I'm trying to get some sort of length out of it. The way I'm going to end up with this deal is I'm going to have to whack this header right here. And long story short, the primary is going to be 26 inches. And then I'm going to add another 8 inches onto here for the cone. In my opinion, this right here probably doesn't make a hill of beans. Now, could I have come out and made them straighter? Sure. But it'd have been a 16-inch primary. I don't want to find out because I don't think it'll work. That's just me. So we put some bends in it to get some length out of it. Also, goofy right here because I put it in the LS firing order, just like the driver's side header. It's in the LS firing order. So this is really interesting to me. You know, that was the first one on my first video. This is the second. It actually picked up Whereas this one, because what happened was this pipe with this port was probably too big, okay? It slowed the average airspeed down. The air coming out of this pipe is super fast, and it helped carry it all the way through the pipe. Totally makes sense, doesn't it? Part 2, just wanted to show you. Yeah, some of the comments I read, no, I'm not trying to design a header with flow bench. I'm just seeing the effects of a small exhaust port with a big tube, or a big exhaust port with a big tube. In my opinion, that I'm stuck with some headers right there. You know, I can make them really, really small, but I don't know if that's the way I want to go. Thanks for looking. Guys, have a good day.